Good afternoon, Cougars, and welcome back to Western Hills. I'm Luis Nunez, and you're watching Cougar Pause on the CBN.
And I'm Charlie Brown. Today is Monday, the 28th of November. We have exactly 3.5 weeks to the end of the first semester. About a week and a half of that will be dedicated to STAR testing and finals. So if you need that final extra push to catch up before too late, here it is.
Cougar Radio on WHCR and Cougar Pause on the CBN are part of one of our school's Gold Seal programs of choice. The AV program of choice is named CAT Promotions. You do not have to be in a Gold Seal program to participate though. If you are interested in radio, sports marketing or broadcast, creative filmmaking or broadcast journalism, CAT Promotions has something for you. Please tell your counselor you want to be in one of the many AV classes next year. For more information or help in getting it on your schedule, please see Mr. Beals, Mr. Boston, or Mr. Posey.
We had lots of athletic activities over the break, and we'll bring you more about that tomorrow.
There seems to be a lot of nitpicking and fighting across the generations. Sometimes it seems the generation gap keeps getting wider. Nowadays, it seems like we millennials are taking the brunt of it from other generations. Did you ever wonder just when this all started and just what it is we millennials are doing that's so wrong? You know, we are probably doing the same things that the generations before us did. The clip we have for you today is from a show called Dragnet, made in 1967. Here's a little perspective. Our producer Larry Boston looked around the school to find someone who was a teenager in 1967. There may be someone, but he didn't find anyone. In 1967, when the clip was made, Mr. Boston and Mr. Brown were 10 years old. Mr. Robinson was 11. Ms. Debo was a kindergartner. But when we asked Mr. Posey how old he was in 1967, he replied with, "My mom was 1." So as you watch this clip, ask yourself, does any of this sound familiar? If so, you might ask the person talking to you if the content of their speech is original.
You just don't understand.
Maybe we do, son. Don't think you have a corner on all of virtue vision in the country, or that everybody else is fat and selfish and you're the first generation to come along that's felt dissatisfied. They all have, you know, about different things, and most of them didn't have the same opportunity and freedoms that you do. Let's talk poverty. Most places in the world, that's not a problem. It's a way of life. And rights, they're liable to give you a blank stare because they may not know what you're talking about. The fact is, more people are living better right here than anywhere else ever before in history. So don't expect us to roll over and play dead when you say you're dissatisfied. It's not perfect, but it's a great deal better than when we grew up. 100 men standing in the street hoping for one job, selling apples on the street corner. That's one of the things we were dissatisfied about, and you don't see that much anymore.
You're taller, stronger, healthier, better educated, and you live longer than the last generation. And we don't think that's altogether bad. You've probably never seen a quarantine sign on your neighbor's door. Diphtheria, scarlet fever, whooping cough. Probably none of your classmates are crippled with polio. You don't see many mastoid scars anymore. We've done quite a bit of fighting all around the world. Whether you think it was moral or not, a lot of people are free today to make their own mistakes because of it. And that may just include you.
I don't know. Maybe part of it's the fact that you're in a hurry. You've grown up on instant orange juice. Flip a dial, instant entertainment. Dial 7 digits, instant communication. Turn a key, push a pedal, instant transportation. Flash a card, instant money. Shove in a problem, push a few buttons, instant answers. But some problems you can't get quick answers to, no matter how much you want them. We took a little boy into Central Receiving Hospital yesterday. He was 4 years old. He weighs 8.5 pounds. His parents just haven't bothered to feed him. Now, give me a fast answer to that one. One that'll stop that from ever happening again. And if you can't settle that one, what about the 55,000 Americans who will die on the highways this year? That's nearly 6 or 7 times the number that'll get killed in Vietnam. Why aren't you up in arms about that? Or is dying in a car somehow moral? Tell me how to wipe out prejudice. I'll settle for just the prejudices you have inside yourselves. Show me how to get rid of the unlimited capacity for human beings to make themselves believe that they're somehow right and justified in stealing from somebody or hurting somebody. And you'll just about put this place here out of business.
I don't think that we're telling you to lose your ideals or your sense of outrage. They're the only way things ever get done. And there's a lot that still needs doing. And we hope you'll tackle it. You don't have to do anything dramatic like trying to come up with a better country. You can find enough to keep you busy right here. We remember a man who killed 6 million people and called it social improvement.
So hang in. Don't try to build a new country. Make the old one work. It has for over 400 years, and by the world's standards, that's hardly more than yesterday.
Well, Cougars, that's all we have for you today. I'm Luis Nunez.
And I'm Charlie Brown. Wish you a good day and some good news.